Having escaped the clutches of the Rift Wardens' return, the party has a moment to catch their breath in Lerotz's tavern. The eyes of the kin have been drawn, however, and soon, perhaps unwanted attention may come your way. But for now, things are calm. Before we get into everything, since before this encounter, everyone had such a long time to themselves to reevaluate their place in the group and their identities with themselves, I am giving everyone the chance, if they wish, to change either your vice or your virtue to better reflect your current character state.
If Fran's vice is going to change, his virtue was honesty, and that will stay the same. But his vice was cruelty, which I don't really think ever fit in the first place. But his vice now is going to be apathy, where it's easy for him to just not really care.
Mick is going to keep their virtue of charity, but going to change their vice to carelessness. And let me explain that, because maybe you guys have a better word for that. Meaning that he kind of, without thinking, makes decisions and it's consequential to other people.
Oh, you're thinking of the word careless.
Careless. Get out of here. I don't. It is,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, Lerotz is going to change his vice from prejudiced to stubbornness.
Okay, Val is also changing his vice from foolhardiness to withdrawal.
And Rolandir is going to be keeping his vice of just. I think that's very fitting for him in his moments of coldness to achieve the greater good, or at least what he sees as that. But he's changing his virtue from mercy to loyalty, because he's been kind of wish-washy throughout the whole thing, jumping from one group to the next, at least his own personal intentions and goals, but choosing to stay on his true path now as he thinks he's found.
Great.
Because I don't feel like it fits anymore, we're going to get rid of Brynjar's vice of self-indulgence, because in this last month he's grown, he's kind of come out of the state of depression, and so his vice is now going to be overconfidence.
So, all of your characters have evolved, and just to remind our listeners and our players here, when you act on a vice or a virtue, I will award you inspiration. When you act on your vice, it is in your favor and at the group's expense. When you act on your virtue, it is at your expense and in the group's favor. So now, finding you all in the tavern, 3 bloody corpses on the ground. Kelniace wipes her knives clean and sets them down on a nearby table and just shakes her head, looking at Rolandir, and she goes, "You knew them? Did you?"
And Rolandir, turning around after watching Ignis fade back into his rift, slams the door shut with a good bit of force. With frustration in his brow, just says, "Yes, I knew him."
Well, there was something wrong with all of them. I could feel it. They were like leeches. Just their very presence was draining.
Just a quick flashback to when Rolandir did the whole manipulate thing on Ignis. Did he sense, of all the weird things, any, alternative presence inside of Ignis? Or was it still 100% Ignis, just, very tainted and different?
That sort of sense is beyond the purview of your ability.
Shame. All right. Yes, I have no idea what they've done. Well, actually, I have a very good idea of perhaps who they've run into, but I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They think that they're doing it for the benefit of where they came from, that they can go back and have some kind of dominion over this place and power, but they're just pawns. Simply pawns. And he puts his hands in his face and kind of scrunches his palms across his eyes.
Why'd you let him go?
I don't know, honestly. I hoped that perhaps we might be able to follow them somehow, or I honestly don't know. There was something, a reluctance in me to do that, but... And he kind of shakes himself. Either way, it doesn't matter now. We need to most likely get away from this place quickly. The hubbub in the street will surely have drawn attention. Rifts in the streets. Surely they, just kind of gesturing out the door to generic kin in the town, have never seen that either. And now looking at Lerotz, I don't suppose you'd consider just up and leaving with us, would you? After all you've given to this place.
Leave here. I'm not quite sure I could. It's been a long time. Long time here. But I don't see why we should have to go. Sure, they might ask a couple of questions, but it's never been a crime to defend yourself in the Kinlands. And we whooped them one time. I don't see why we couldn't again if someone came back.
I have an idea of some way we might be able to deal with that. The prying eyes, I mean. Well, Val is just going to kind of... He's very injured at this moment in time. Is just going to sort of, like, drag himself over to the door and open it. Are there kin watching? Are they, like, looking out here?
There are a few passersby that have stopped.
Okay, I'm going to cast Major Image and create the same effect of, like, a warden coming through the rift and look at them and say, don't mind us, just practicing our magic.
As you're bloody and, like, bleeding out of your...
I'm not bloody. I got, like, electrocuted.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get spikes.
I'll let you decide whether or not you want to channel Val's deceptiveness or performance in this.
Ooh, I think I'm proficient in deception, actually.
Okay.
I am, yeah. I'll deceive.
The gathered kin will be making a collective insight check then.
Calc 20.
11.
Yeah!
This is this warden that you conjured a kin form?
It looks like what they would have seen. And then I'll kind of, like, because I'm an illusions wizard and I can do this, I'll shift it a bit so that it looks like a kin. So that maybe they kind of wonder whether or not they actually saw humans.
Right. These kin that have gathered disperse, seemingly satisfied.
Val will stumble back inside and just collapse on the floor.
Lerots, even without a significant amount of medical training, knows what it's gotta hurt to be electrocuted. That can't be fun. So he's going to attempt, with a stout bottle of whiskey and a gentle pat on the back, to assist Val in whatever way possible. He has no magic to cure, nor real skill in medicine, but he's gonna try.
You can get rid of minor wounds with medicine checks.
That's what's happened here, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Wisdom, okay. Oh, not great. It's gonna. Oh, that's. So that was a 7.
As comforting as your gesture is, Val does not feel any injury-related relief.
Never let it be said that alcohol does not heal electrocution.
It super doesn't, and Val is super not drinking it.
As Lerots is trying to prompt Val to do this, Rolandir walks over and kind of assists Lerots in this. He's actually going to do another blood manipulation action and heal Val for 15 hit points. And just kind of encourages Lerots, no, it's right there, you see, and he kind of points to, like, a different spot on Val's arm or something. Like that, yes, that's it.
Brett, did I ever specify to you that, like, your harm and heal mechanics, like, do the opposite to you, like, when you perform them?
Oh, no. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my frickin' paladin thing where I have my health pool.
It's by, like, if you hurt someone for 14 damage, you will gain 7. And if you heal someone for 14 damage, you will lose 7. So you lose or gain half rounded down.
Either way, I don't take it for 15. Instead, Rolander walks over, assists Lerots, and heals Val for 25 hit points.
Oh, wow.
Are you casting a spell, or...?
Nope, that is just his paladin health pool lay on hands.
Okay.
That brings me back up to full.
And your minor wound is healed.
Thank you, Rolandir.
No, you really should drink this. This'll make you feel better.
I don't want to drink the whiskey.
Fair enough.
And then Lerots takes the swing.
Didn't someone else get a minor wound?
I did.
Oh, in that case, Lerots, seeing Rolandir recently impaled.
How about you? This'll help that out right a mighty bit. Stay still.
And Lerots vigorously takes, like, a bar rag, and he soaks it with some of the whiskey. It looks like he's trying to press it into the wound.
Can I use intent to aid in this?
He's aiding in the pushing of the wound here, so it's really helping it push deeper.
No, I want to heal and make LaRotes think that he did it.
I will allow that, Laurel. Go for it.
Yay! Oh, 29 on my D20 and a 45 on my D100.
You are successful
Yes!
as this wound is repaired. And Lerots believes wholeheartedly.
So Lerots, he pushed in the alcohol thing. I'm assuming that he got at least a little bit there, so Relendir might have winced a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Once he pulls it away and it's cured, the wound is gone, he turns back to Val and just says,
You see? Take a drink of that and you feel fine.
and then he
And-
takes a swig.
And clapping Lerots heartily on the shoulder, Rolandir kind of wincing from the stinging, walks away, and now addressing the room just says, I think I should at least give a bit of background on who this man was and perhaps why they're here. He plainly said he was what we called a Rift Warden. Mick knows very well about that. It was a group established in where I, as Reese, came from to venture through these tears in reality, which ultimately led us here. It seems that this man, Captain Ignis, as he's called, they had settled a colony further down to the south, and we were only there for a day and a night, and we'd felt something was amiss, and so the original group that I had come with, we opted to leave. We found some descenders further out in the woods and went on our way. I honestly don't know what or who could have caused them, one, to leave, but two, to gather such strength. But I fear they will be back.
This character of... what's his name? Kelnius speaks up. This Vermok. He was one of these that came with you originally?
Yes, the first of my group to depart from us.
And Lyrian too.
Yes, and we had one other before we met you in the realm of Vale named Luca, who we have actually, and he gets kind of lost in his thought. Anyways, yes, it's been a difficult road for those who've come through, but one thing remains true, and it's that we all need to stop whatever it is they are assisting in, because it falls exactly into the plan to destroy Egadon.
I'm sorry, but we have just one thing after another. And how are we supposed to do one before we're swept away into yet another dilemma? What are we supposed to do about these Valor aspects then? Luna should be back at any time. And now we're supposed to just run off chasing some vagrants from your world?
Cutting her off at this point. No, of course not. The Valor aspects are overwhelmingly our first, and by my concern, only priority, but if these Rift Wardens do cross our paths again, which I do believe strongly they will, it's only a symptom of the issue we're trying to rid with these Valors. We should wait for Luna. We need her help more now than ever.
However, I would be hesitant to wait here. The Rift Wardens found us easily enough. Who is to say that they will not come back? This time with more force.
Where would you suggest we go?
Anywhere away from here? We could tell Luna. You can message her, can you not? Well,
I can, yeah.
Perhaps ask if she has any ideas.
But the real question is, how did they find us in the first place?
I would not put it outside of their skill set to be able to track us. I have not seen such control of magic, especially for those not of this world.
Then what difference will it make if we left from here? Even so, what about the contraption underneath us?
I say that the best option that we have right now is to contact Luna. We need an ability to access this contraption, as you say, on the road, if you will.
Somehow I do not think that is going to be possible.
I like to think so. But yes, I agree.
I agree with Mikto that we should contact Luna and make her aware of the situation.
All right. Is there anything else we want to say to her? Just more people have showed up to kill us. Surprise.
But I do have a couple of questions. So they came here, the world's ending, whatever. Why didn't we kill him?
Brynjar already asked that question.
Yeah. I get it, and I still don't understand it. You asked, and it appears to me
Lerots,
that...
I promise you, the next time that man steps foot in your tavern, or even comes within 10 feet of you, you may do whatever you wish. With your glaive, with your hands, what have you.
Well, that's part of the question. So, then why do we care about leaving? We fought him off once. If he's as bad as it's going to get, then let's continue on our quest. Should he return, we can once again kill him. I mean, am I the only one who doesn't understand why it's strictly necessary for us to leave? I mean, don't want to toot my own horn, but this bar here is hand-carved mahogany. It's a real beauty. I'd be an awful shame to leave it behind.
There's nothing to say that there won't be somebody stronger. That is the point they're trying to make.
It is fine. No, we can stay here. Val, can you conceal us?
I do not know. I could try. Another thought. Mick has made him believe that we went south, no? So we are probably safer here than moving for at least for a little while.
Perhaps. There was something that I sensed as he was leaving. He knew what I had done to him to make him leave. It was not as it should have been, where they just simply go willingly. There was something knowing about it. I wouldn't be surprised if a separate ruse that Mick pulled did not work completely as he may have intended.
I can attempt to hide us, perhaps. Mick, do you know any magic like that? Perhaps we could work together.
Perhaps we can.
All right. You wanted me to contact Luna, Ifran?
It would be good, at least to inform her of the situation and to inquire when she will return.
All right.
And if that doesn't work, some good old-fashioned disguises might help.
I don't know that disguises do much against magical tracking, but I am very familiar with them, so I won't say no.
Lerots is going to stand up and he's going to start cleaning up the blood from all the decapitated people that's kind of hanging around his inn. So he's going to give it a little bit of a general cleaning session as everyone's sort of discussing what's going on. You just kind of see him in the background and he's humming, like he's humming something from his old war days and he's just passing the mop on the ground.
Pushing the decapitated heads around.
Well, it's like he's trying to shove it down the drain. He's like pushing it toward the drain. He's like,
That's a tough one.
Finally gives up and just like throws it out the window.
Brynjar, seeing Lerots cleaning up, he looks down at the body that he had cut into 2 pieces and looks to Lerots. Yes, sorry for the mess, old man.
You should be. This is a respectable establishment here, bringing all these people here. Goodness gracious, mate, you know how hard it is to get blood out of hardwood. Oh my goodness.
Well, how do you... It's beautiful redwood. How do you think we got it that color in the first place?
You and I both know that those were goats and not people. Please, Reland, dear.
And Rylander just shrugs and starts assisting Lerots.
Well, so Lerots called for a boy, and you see a kin guy, this kinlish guy. He comes in, and it's the guy who occasionally helps out around the shop. And he walks in, and he sees the bodies on the ground, and he looks over to Lerots, he looks over to Relandir, the 2 people he is familiar with, and just kind of shrugs and starts helping out. He's heard a story or two, a tale or two around the bar.
I think also in the meantime, if he is coming back here, or eventually he figures out that, yes, we are in fact back at the tavern, that we should build reinforcements, or at least some magical ones at best. Val?
Yeah, I agree.
Guards and warding? Guards and warding? Guards and warding?
Guards and warding? Anyone for guards and warding?
You?
Last call for guards and
What's up,
warding.
what's up?
Now, I do not know the limits of intent. However, perhaps it would be a good idea, if we must stay here in order to access the various realms in which we are to kill these aspects, perhaps it would be a good idea to make some sort of an escape route, a tunnel.
I can do that, yeah.
Very good. Then we shall add it to the list.
The list of Val's slave work.
Yep. Okay, I'm ready for sending.
Okay,
this
go
is
for it.
exactly 25 words. He says, we were attacked by Rift Wardens. Ignis of Yellowfoot wants to conquer Eggedon. Part of Valor's plan? When will you return? Meanwhile, any helpful tips?
And you receive back, without any hesitation, immediately. I understand. Let's move the tavern.
Luna wants to move the tavern.
What? I spent 20 years building up clients. You think this happens on its own? I have been here slaving and working. It's about word of mouth. It's about reputation. It's about people understanding the value of your tier. And now you want me to move. Are you joking? I have maybe 10 years left.
Lerots, please. I understand where you are coming from. I know reputation is what makes a business. However, I can safely assure you that your reputation has been permanently marred by the presence of these Rift Wardens, who have come in here and have made quite a ruckus. I doubt that the word will not get out very quickly. The only thing that spreads faster than a fire is a rumor.
Plus, you'll still have a repeat customer. I'm not going anywhere.
I know you don't pay anyways. Fine. I guess I could consider eventually deciding to move the tavern.
And then a knock comes at the door.
Oh, I was just about to message Luna. Can I still sending her? Because I think this is funny.
Go for it.
Val says, even though she's literally right at the front door, I will spare you Lerotz's lecture. He says he will consider.
Another customer. Boy, finish with that torso now.
And he walks to the door to open it and welcome in the next customer.
As you open the door and see the soft face of Luna standing before you, her stout form, she is quite young after all, and she pushes past you, glaring at Lerots, and says, "Consider it." No.
You're asking me to give up 20 years of good business here. This is not a decision I can make lightly. I will need at least 6 months.
And Luna, just addressing everyone's like, if you're not safe here, this operation isn't safe. And I'm sorry, this may hurt your feelings, but we're all expendable. What we're doing has to continue, whether or not any one of us makes it. I know we don't all understand the stakes. I don't understand the stakes. But if there's a chance, the slightest chance, that what we're doing here could be stopped, halted, even slowed, we can't risk that.
We're all still alive. Danger's not dead. We'll continue forward. The base is here. The people are here. Let's get on to the next fight. I just don't see why we must move the inn. He seems to be heading south.
Very well. If that's what everyone desires.
No, it's absolutely not to stay here. I believe... I think we should take a vote. No, since this is now our home base for all of us, I say we move, as Luna has instructed, and Rolandir raises his hand quite high above his head, still kind of wincing from the scar.
Fran also raises his hand.
Mick raises his hand and also says, Lerots, I can understand your hesitancy of moving the tavern, but you have such a great legacy that you're leaving behind here. I'm sure that you can move beyond this.
Lerots does not raise his hand and says,
I thank you all. I've gone soft. One man shows up, one man comes to fight, and suddenly, oh my gosh, we're not safe. We can't do our jobs anymore. Goodness gracious me. One swing at the man, he was basically weeping.
It's not a matter of doing our job. It's about staying as safe as we can. Yes, we can fight off another group of people, but that makes no sense. Why jeopardize what we're trying to do, just so you can have a few more customers? I'm sorry, old man. And then Brynir raises his hand.
We don't know how he found us, correct?
Well, I think we can be fairly certain that whatever being, Valor, whoever he's teamed up with, is pretty certain where we are, and he was directed by them.
Do we think that had to do with the fact that you have had a presence here for so long, or do we think that it was magical tracking?
And Rolandir kind of eyes, shoots a glance over at Luna, and then back at the rest of you. It may have had something to do with, doesn't matter. Yes, it's very potential that because we are here, it's why he knows that we are here.
That does not answer my question at all. Did he track you by magical means, or is it because you have existed in this city for so long?
Both.
It is not unheard of. The Magisters do it all the time. When a strong intent user uses intent, they can detect it. They can pinpoint its location. So, I would not put it out of the question to say that perhaps by using the contraption in the basement, that which used up a great deal of intent could have acted as a beacon of sorts and alerted them to our presence.
So we will need to move each time we use it.
Now Val is talking some sense. Better to fortify ourselves here than constantly be moving. Every time we try to do something, it just doesn't make any sense.
That is not what I said at all. No.
No, I heard you loud and clear.
I will say this. I think Luna is perhaps more than capable of, now that we understand the threat that this device poses, of shielding it from prying eyes on future use. But I will say this, Leroth, since when have you backed down from a challenge? Have you grown soft in your old age? Does the thought of conquering a new realm of business scare you? Does it scare you senseless? And he's kind of getting up in your face at this point.
Rilerots, diminished in height from previously, no longer towers. He merely gently creaks over you, and he says,
Scare me? No, not at all. I was always ready to expand. I was thinking up opening another inn down at the lower level.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you are quite content with where you are, simply pleasing the same guests, common rabble every day. I think that you are frightened by the chance that Val and Luna are offering you to get your name out there, as it were.
Well, I'll ask you one thing and one thing only. Rilandir, who is the real coward? The man who runs from a fight in hope of the maximum amount of safety? Or the man who very carefully and strategically expands into a new area of a new franchise? Plus, Marianne down the road has been making eyes at me lately. I think there might be something there.
Lerots, I can promise you that we can build this business up from the ground even better than it was before. I can give you access to all of my network, which, let me tell you, is quite extensive. You would not be constrained to only owning a tavern in the Kinlands. You could expand into human lands. The two of us combined, we could make an empire of taverns. Ones that would spread, perhaps even eventually venturing into the Sanguine lands. The whole of Egadon would have your tavern, and there would be peace.
Lerots walks up to Fran, puts his arm around his shoulder, and he says,
You know, 'tis a fine dream, but look at yourself. Look at me. I've got maybe 10 more years in me. You, strapping young lad like you, should have another 50 or so. I'll never see the fruits of the labor, and let's be frank, it's not like I'm going to be able to travel fine there in the human lands. But with you as our main contact across the mountains, it could be an interesting... But no, either way, I've invested enough here that I don't want this one gone. I need to keep this tavern until my dying day.
Lerots, have you considered live entertainment? Well, I'll partner with you if we move to a different location, but of course I must leave here. I cannot stay.
I understand. I have no reason why not. Weren't we already planning a wonderful song about me, Nicholas?
Indeed we are, and you'll get to hear that in your new tavern.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
While everybody's been arguing, everybody has been exchanging looks with each other, looking at, like, from Lerots to each other and to Luna, and they're all giving each other nods. So there's kind of an unspoken realization that we're just going to do this. Ifran, pretty confident that everybody's on the same page except for Lerots, takes Lerots, puts a hand on his shoulder, and starts talking to him, asking him questions about how he built up his business and all this stuff, and leading him away into another room so that if somebody wanted to do something, they could do so unimpeded.
Luna actually stops Efron before he takes Lerots too far, and she goes, Efron, no, that's not necessary. Lerots. And she holds out her hand up to you, palm open.
I guess Littlets takes it.
She just takes hold of your hand, like leading you, and she says, I understand everything you've gone through here, and what little time you have left, we'll make the best of it, wherever we are. I can promise you that. I do hope you don't mind the cold, though. And she leads you to the door, and when she opens it, you do not see the kin city of Udiello anymore. You see a road. Cobblestone path leading up to your tavern, little lamppost on the side, a nice pine forest right before you, a larger trading road, a pretty common thoroughfare just beyond your path, and then in the distance over the pines, you see the skyline of the human city of Bastion. Everything lightly blanketed in pearly white snow.
Littlets, upon seeing this, you see him sigh and he goes,
Damn.